We'll start. Yeah. Today we will be, all children will be chanting Gita as per their schedule. Hope all of you must have practiced well. So we'll start the program with the prayer. Okay. Now who is going to repeat after me? Somebody who has not done so far. Anybody? Hanchit? Can you repeat?
Hanchit, unmute yourself. Yes.
1 minute, ma'am.
Yeah. Hanchit, can you repeat the prayer after
Yes,
me?
ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada.
Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurumi Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada.
Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambam Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada.
Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarangam Karishyamin Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada.
Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha.
Thank you. Very good. Now we'll start the Gita chanting as per schedule. So first is Hasini. Hasini, are you ready?
Yes, Amma.
Oh,
Hari
yeah,
Om, Mama Nama Hasini, Aham Chatra, Aham Bengaluru Nagare Vaisami. Om Sri Paramatmane Namaha, Ata Panchadashodhyayaha, Purushottamaya Sri Bhagavanuvacha, Udva Mulamadashakam, Ashwattam Prahuravyayam. Chandansi yasya parnani yastam yena savedavit adaschodam prastustastasya shaka guna pravridda vishaya pravala adascha mulanyanusantatani karmanubandhenu manushya-loke narupamasyeha tathopalabhyate natatir
Nanto na chardi.
nanto na chatirna chasamtratishta ashwatthamenam suvirudhamulam asamprastenam drudena chitva
Asanga Shastrena
ashanga shastrena
Dridena Chitva.
dridena chitva.
Okay, very good. Hasni, your exams are over?
No, Amma, they're still going on. More two
Oh,
exams are there.
okay, so you did not get time to practice, I think. Huh? One
Yes,
or two
Amma.
mistake you did. It's okay. Anyway, after the exams, you practice more. Okay? Thank you. Now, next is Virat. Virat, are you ready?
Unmute
has to
yourself,
be
Virat. Unmute yourself.
I'm ready.
Yeah, okay. So yours is 4, 5 and 6, no? Okay, continue. Fourth shloka.
तत्परिमार्गितव्यं यस्मिन् गता न निवर्तन्ति भूयः त्वमेव चाद्यं पुरुषं प्रपद्ये यतः प्रवृद्धा प्रसुता पुराणी
Next.
मानमोहाजितसङ्गदोषा अध्यात्मनित्या विनिवृत्तकामा द्वन्द्वै विमुक्ता सुखदुःखसञ्जयिनी गच्छन्तमूढा पदमव्ययं तत् न तद्भस्यते सूर्यो न शशाङ्को न पावकः यद्गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते तथाम परं मम.
Okay, very good. Only 1 or 2 mistakes were there. That's okay. But you could get that chantas correct. You chanted very well. Okay, thank you, Virat. Next is, after Virat, it is Vishuddha. Vishuddha, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am. ममैवांशो जीवलोके जीवभूतः सनातनः मनश्शा इन्द्रियाणि प्रकृतास्थानि कर्षति शरीरं यदवाप्नोति यच्चाप्युत्क्रामतीश्वरः गृहीत्वैतानि संयाति वायुर्गन्धानि वाशयात् श्रोत्रं चक्षुस्पर्शनं च रसनं घ्राणमेव च अधिष्ठाय मनश्चायं विषयानुपसेवते.
Very good, Vishuddha. 8 and 9 you did correctly. 7th, you are little confusing. No, you are not fully confident. Anyway, it's okay. You can practice more. Huh? Thank you. Next, Sai Nishan.
Amma, some mistakes might come because I was studying the whole time. I couldn't even get a chance.
Initially itself, you are telling you are going to make mistake. Don't tell. You be confident without
I didn't even
mistake.
repeat it once itself.
Okay, okay. Come on, start.
Utkramantam sthitam vapi bunjanam va gunavitam vimuda nanu pashyanti jnana chakshushaha. Okay. Yatanto yoginaschamin Yoginaschainam pashyantiyatmanyavasthitam yatantopyakritatmano nainam pashyanta chetasaha yadadityagadam tejo
Bhasayate
kilam yachandramasi yachagno tatejo vidhimamakam
tattejo vidhimamakam. Okay, thank you. Practice is required, more practice. Okay, now Kushi is absent. I was told.
Kushi has come, I think, ma'am.
She has joined?
Joined, yeah. I can, but her video is off.
Okay, just ask her.
Kushi, unmute yourself. Will you be able to recite?
Kushi, are you okay? How are you?
Still not fine, Amma. Just I'll listen to this.
Okay, you just listen. That's okay. Okay.
Okay.
If you cannot
Thank you.
listen, that's okay. Yeah. Now after Kushi, it is Vaishnavi. Vaishnavi, for Vaishnavi, it is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. First, 2, second, and third.
Yes, Amma. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha ऊर्ध्वमूलमधः शाकम् अश्वत्थं प्राहुरव्ययम् छन्दांसि यस्य पर्णानि यस्तं वेद स वेदवित् अधश्चोर्ध्वं प्रसृतास्तस्य शाखाः गुणप्रवृद्धा विषयप्रवालाः अधश्च मूलान्यनुसन्ततानि कर्मानुबन्धीनि मनुष्यलोके न रूपमस्येह ततोपलभ्यते नान्तो न चादिर्न न च सम्प्रतिष्ठाम् अश्वत्थमेनं सुविरूढमूलम् अशङ्गशस्त्रेण दृढेन चित्वा.
Very well. Well done. Very nicely you chanted without a single mistake. So nice of you, Vaishnavi. Next,
Thank you, ma'am.
Chinmayi.
ततः पदं तत्परिमार्गितव्यं यस्मिन् गता न निवर्तन्ति भूयः त्वमेव चाद्यं पुरुषं प्रपद्ये यतः प्रवृत्ति प्रसृता पुराणी निर्माणं मोहाजितसङ्गदोषाः अध्यात्मनित्य विनिवृत्तकामाः द्वन्द्वैर्विमुक्ति सुखदुःखसञ्जयैर्गच्छन्तमुद्धां गच्छन्तमूढा पदम् अव्ययं तत् न तद्भाषयते सूर्यो न शशङ्को न पावकः यद्गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम.
Very good. You also practiced well, I think. Okay, so just one or two places little you were having some doubt. Otherwise, chanted very well. Thank you. Next, Deshika.
ममैवांसो जीवलोके जीवभूत सनातनः मनसस्तानीन्द्रियाणि प्रकृतिस्थानि कर्षति शरीरं यदवाप्नोति यच्चाप्युत्तरं रामतीश्वरः गृहीत्वा त्वैतनि संयाति गन्धानि वाशयात् स्तोत्रं चक्षुस्पर्शनं च रसनं घ्राणमेव च आदिष्टया मनश्चायं विषयानुपसेवते.
Okay, very good. Thank you. All the three of you chanted very well. Vaishnavi is the best among the lot. Vaishnavi, you can give them practice. Okay? Let them have practice with you only. Thank you. Now, next, Rakshita.
She is not come, ma'am.
Okay, so we will skip Rakshita. The next is Hanshit. Hanshit, are you ready? For Hanshit, it is 13, 14, 15. Hanshit.
Unmute yourself, Hanshit. Let us see. He has left, I think, or some net issue.
Oh,
He's not there in the.
he chanted prayers, no?
Yes. I think some problem must be there.
Okay.
He's here. I can see him, but I think he's not mute. Unmute.
No, Hanshik is mute.
Hanshit, can you unmute yourself?
He's saying no.
Okay.
Today only I came from my village.
Oh,
Venkatmani Hanshik, yeah.
So you could not practice, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Amma.
Okay. So next comes Nikita. Nikita is there? Is she then?
No, Nikita also I didn't see.
No. And Usha, Ashwini?
No.
Okay. So we will give them chance. If they come late also, we can give them chance. Otherwise, we will give them next week also.
Yes.
So I think we will close this Gita chanting now. We can go to the next program. Over to Sudha ma'am and Soumya ma'am. Thank you, children. You all chanted very well. Thank you very much.
Okay. Home to all of you children. We have been discussing about the values which our Sanatana Dharma. What is Sanatana Dharma? Again and again I am telling you, it is another name for our Hinduism. It wants us to lead a value-based life. So we have been discussing about different values. We want all of you to take them seriously and implement them right from your childhood so that you will grow up to be noble persons afterwards. So last week we discussed about being patient, the need to control anger, the need for compassion, empathy, which leads to charity, and charity has to be done with humility and all that. And charity need not be only giving money to others, even comforting words, giving your time, vidya dhanam, everything is charity. Okay, today we are going to take up two more values. Please listen carefully. We will be asking you questions also. Please respond well. So now we are going to take up cleanliness. You all know cleanliness is next to godliness. Only if everything is clean, you will have that positive vibes. So it's very important to keep your surroundings clean, your body clean, your inner body clean, your mind clean, everything you have to take care of. So how do you keep your surroundings clean? All right, first you can say your home clean. Do you help your parents in, can you tell me how you keep them clean? What do you do? Can anyone tell? Huh? Please raise your hand.
One of you.
Oh, you have presentation.
Virat. Yeah, unmute yourself, Virat.
Virat, you tell.
I help my parents by like setting the utensils. I help them when late up and come, I fill all the bottles. At night I help them with the chapati flipping and all, etc. Like that, she gives me small chores like making my bed, like folding my bed sheet, putting my clothes in. Yeah.
Okay, Vishruta. How do you help to keep the house clean? Vishruta.
Well, when I take something out and after I use it, I don't want to use it and I want to use another thing. So before I take that other thing, I first keep the thing I was already using back to its place and then take the other thing.
Do you all wash your plates after eating or just leave it on the table? That you all should start doing. You should clean the place after eating and you should wash the plate. That at least you can do. Then after coming back from school, don't throw away your school bag. Keep your books properly, your dress properly, your toys properly. Even such small things. Such a Vaishnavi wants to say something? Yes?
Amma, we wash our plates after we have our meal, and we also keep every day we set around half an hour goal to clean our house. Each three of us clean each room.
Well, in fact, there are three things we should. Okay, we should always help ourselves and clean all our things and put everything back to place.
But there are three things you should always do it only by yourself, and maximum possible, if you are able, you should not let others do it, is wash your own plates, make your own bed, right? And clean yourself. These three are something which, you should always do it by yourself.
Next comes surroundings. Surroundings, when you go outside, should not throw waste paper here and there. Swachh Bharat you have to take care of. And nowadays they say don't use plastic bags. So when you go for shopping, you carry your own bag like that. You can be conscious about keeping the surroundings clean. And body clean, of course, you have to take bath regularly to keep your body clean. Then you have to keep your inner body also clean. You know how to keep inner body clean? By not taking toxic things. What are the toxic things which affects your body? Can tell me what kind of food?
Trash talking.
Huh?
Sickness.
What kind of food you should avoid to keep your inner body clean? Anybody else? What you should not eat often?
Junk.
Junk food, yes.
Junk
Don't,
and oil food.
by taking this junk food, they will spoil your health. It will spoil your digestive system. It will lead to disease. Even your memory power, grasping power, it will affect your studies. You may become fat also. That will lead to depression. Once in a while you can take, but as far as possible, avoid taking junk foods. That is very important. Okay. That is for the inner cleanliness of the body. Again, not too much of sugar. Don't take too many chocolates, ice creams, too much of salt you should avoid. So what should you take instead? More of vegetables, more of fruits, more of water, and lot of physical activity, exposure to sun. All these are very necessary to keep your inner body clean. You know, sattvic food is very important to have a sattvic mind. All those values which you have been telling you, if you want to develop those values, the food should be you should be very careful what type of food you take. Okay, that is for the cleanliness of the inner body. Then we come to cleanliness of mind. You may think, wow, what about cleanliness of mind? Can mind be impure? Can you tell me what makes our mind dirty? What makes our mind impure? Can anybody tell? Sai wants to tell.
Mom, unnecessarily things remembering.
Unnecessary thinking of unnecessary things. Yes. Anything else?
Ma'am, jealousy.
Very good. Jealousy.
And angriness.
Anger. Come on, everybody can tell. Tell what all makes mind dirty.
Unmute Hasini, you can say.
Overthinking.
Overthinking, yes.
I mean that when the short memories are into the long memories, we are not removing the unnecessary stuff and keeping them in the long memories to make them overload.
Yes.
And give us a headache.
And we have to not think about unnecessary things. And
Yes, that is true.
we should not be angry.
Anger, jealousy, greed, hatred for others, all these make your mind impure. You know how to make your mind clean?
Yes.
How to make your mind, how can you remove all these bad qualities? Any idea?
By
To get
forgetting
out of
them.
your mind?
By forgetting them.
By
Forgetting
forgetting them. Anything else? Suppose you get angry at someone behavior you don't like. So how can you do it? Control that, remove that.
Ma'am, you can do
Yes?
we can do meditation, and also sometimes we can also pray to God.
Oh, yes. Prayer is one way of controlling your mind. Very good. You pray to God, all the bad feelings, everything will be eradicated. Your mind will become pure. Prayer is one method. Meditation may be a little bit difficult for your age, but you can still try. But you can do Nam Japa. See, you can say Rama, 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 Rama for 10 minutes. Your mind will become calm. That you all can do. Then,
Ma'am, my mother says that when you get angry, you should always count 1 to 10.
Yeah, yes. That
Until
also
the anger stops.
Yes. So prayer, Nam Japa, reading good books, then having good friends. You have to be very careful while choosing your friends. If your friends are not good, they can take you in a wrong path. Most important thing, don't see such movies which are full of violence and all that. Nowadays, you are all exposed to this mobile, laptop, movies.
I stop. I
You must
stop.
be very, very, very careful what you watch there on TV. They can influence your mind. So be very careful about these. Huh? So they
That's why
can
I only watch
spoil the
creative
entire.
things.
And another thing, these ads. Don't be carried away by the ads. They actually tempt you. Buy this, buy that. Don't keep on troubling your mother. You get that, get that. After getting that, also you're not going to be happy. Still, a better thing will be shown tomorrow. So don't be influenced by these ads. Don't see violent movies. These are all necessary for keeping your mind clean. Another thing is, you can, instead of negative vibes, you can turn them into positive vibes. Suppose you are angry at someone, you don't like their behavior. If you calmly think, maybe you also contributed towards that, you also did something bad which made them act like that, so you can correct yourself. Okay, that is one way. Suppose you hate someone, you think, see only the negative aspects of that person. Instead of that, he must be also having some positive aspects. Think of the positive aspects, then the hatred will go. Like that, you are jealous of someone, so you then gradually start loving that person and start praising him. That is also another way of getting over jealousy. So jealousy, hatred, anger, everything, if you make attempt, you can get over by using your power, that is turning them in the positive direction. It is possible. So if you do like this, then you will develop the quality of ahimsa also.
Okay, so the next topic is ahimsa, but I will take a break here. We have two presentations.
Yes.
Okay, one from Hasini and another from Vishruta. We had given a homework last time on truthfulness, right? So Hasini, you can go ahead with your presentation. Okay, unmute yourself. Yes, Hasini.
Yes, Amma, 1 second. My father is sharing.
Okay.
Ma'am, the sharing is disabled, ma'am.
Sharing is
Amma, sharing for participants has to be enabled.
Let me see if I can.
Can we do it
Yes.
from here?
1 minute. 1 minute.
Okay.
Yes. Sorry about that.
Yes, Hasini, we can see your screen.
Hi, everyone. Today I am going to tell a story about truthfulness. The reward for truthfulness. Once upon a time, in a little village, there lived a boy called Satya. He was truthful as his name. He was so poor that he could not even eat a meal, but he was going to school. In order to support his family, he used to work as a gardener after the school hours. One day after the school, Satya went to the garden to work. When he was working, he spotted a shiny thing in the garden. He went to find out what was that. When he went there, he saw a necklace. Satya took it and went to the village head and said, "Sir, I found this necklace in the garden." The village head was surprised to see the necklace, as it was his daughter's necklace. The village head replied, "This is my daughter's necklace, which had been missing. You have written it. If others would have seen it, they would have taken it, but you didn't." The village head wanted to reward him. Satya replied, "Sir, I didn't do it for any reward or award. I just got it in the garden. I wanted to just return it to the right person." But the village head know the situation of his family. So village head told, "I will help you in your studies." Satya got the best reward for his truthfulness. Moral: better to suffer for the truth than to be praised for a lie. Thank you.
very good. Well
Wonderful,
done, Hasini.
wonderful.
Well done. We want others also to come forward. Every week we will be discussing about 2 values. Okay.
And Hasini, on your story, another point that you highlighted and I liked it was that you should not do good things in expectation of a reward. We should do it because that is our dharma and that is the right way to be, right? So that is a very nice point you brought out from the story. Now we will go to Vishruta. You can present.
She is going to narrate a personal experience.
Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Today I am going to share my experience with truth. Once I was selected for an inter-school competition and the day of the competition was Tuesday. In the previous day, my teacher had announced a Hindi exam on Tuesday. I thought that we would leave early for the inter-school match and won't be there to attend the exam, but I was wrong. When my mother asked me to prepare, I told her that I won't be there to attend the exam. So I did not study very properly. When the day came, there seemed to be a slight delay for the match and I had to attend the exam. I did not do very well and got only 6 out of 10 marks. I thought my mother would scold me, so I lied to her that I did not attend the exam. Day after day, my mother kept on telling me to ask the teacher for a retest, but I couldn't. During the PTM meeting, my mother asked the teacher for a retest and she said that I already attempted. So there was no need for a retest. My mother was shocked. I definitely knew that I was caught. When we came home, I knew I had to tell the secret. But my mother smiled. I was shocked that she did not scold me. She advised me that it was always important to tell the truth, whether it was good or bad. She also told me that I have to face the truth bravely and face the consequences of telling the truth rather than lying. I learned my lesson and promised her that I would always tell the truth. That day, I also understood that even if you lie, the truth will come out someday. Thank you. Satyameva Jayate.
Thank you, Vishruta. And it was really brave of you to come up with the story and tell everyone. So appreciate you for that. Yeah. So now we will move on to the next, that is ahimsa. Okay. So what do you understand by ahimsa? Okay, ahimsa, you can tell whatever you understand by ahimsa. Some of you or one of you?
And Mom, can I also say an older experience?
After this, can we do this after this? Yeah, thanks. Yeah. So can you tell me what do you understand by ahimsa? One of you? Okay, I don't see anybody unmuting yourself. Vishruta, can you not unmute yourself or Virat?
Mama Himsa. Mama Himsa means also mean unselfness.
Okay, no. Okay,
like when we use the word ahimsa, we say that everything is equal. Like we should respect.
I don't think both of you got it right. Yes, Hasini?
Not hurting anyone, non-violent.
Exactly. Ahimsa means non-violence. Okay, that's the literal meaning of it. So usually when we talk about non-violence, you would have heard it in the in the scenario of when we talk about Mahatma Gandhi and mostly when we talk about ahimsa or non-violence, the thing that comes to our mind is should not hurt anybody, okay, physically, right? Physically, like even the smallest deed of pushing somebody because you're angry, or pushing your sister or brother or somebody weaker, or pushing them could be a form of violence. Okay, we should never resort to violence whatever be the scenario. Okay, but is it only physical? No. So ahimsa means we should not harm or hurt anybody even in our words and thoughts. Okay, when people might provoke you and you might get upset over things, but even then you should maintain your calm and you should not just say any harsh or abusive words to hurt the other person. Okay, so that is very important. Secondly, okay, I'm not reacting, I'm not hitting anybody, nor I'm scolding or abusing anybody, but I feel bad. Okay, I think ill of that person because that person hurt me. So I think bad for that person or ill of that person in my mind. Is that okay? No, that is also a kind of himsa, right? So ahimsa denotes, not hurting anybody in any form through your words or thoughts or action. Okay, this is for your, for human
Oh,
beings.
please.
What about plants, animals, nature, right? Animals, like putting the animals in a cage or in a zoo, or teasing an animal in a zoo on the road, so that is also a form of violence which we should not do. And what about plants? Cutting trees or something which people do. But you might also, when you go to the garden, some of you might have unintentionally plucked a leaf or a flower. Okay, that is also some kind of violence. You should feel the pain for anything, any living, anything. When you feel the pain, you will not hurt and you will not resort to violence. Yes, Sai, you want to share something?
Ma'am, then we are plucking plants to give it to God, but why are we doing this? This is also a form of non-violence.
See the flowers, right? Flowers, they bloom and they will fall off, right? So the ones which are very ripe and which are going to fall off, that is something we use. Okay, but you are right, even if we don't resort to, and we only pick up the fallen flowers, with fresh fallen flowers, that is the best thing to do. Okay, so any form of hurting anything or destroying anything is himsa only. Okay, if the best possible scenario, you need to choose. Okay, best is to for people use the fresh fallen flowers. Okay, yeah. So okay, and what about nature? Okay, polluting, throwing plastic here and there and polluting the environment is kind of a violence towards the nature, right? We talked about plants and animals. So basically, what is ahimsa? Ahimsa is, you have to treat others the way you want to be treated. Okay, you would never think of harming yourself, right? You would want people to treat you in a very kind way. Okay, so treating others the way you want to be treated is simply ahimsa. Okay, but what will happen when somebody, usually why do we resort to this, speaking harsh words? We spoke about anger also last time. So how do we, address this? How do we maintain our calm and be non-violent? That is through, only when you forgive people who hurt you. Because we usually resort to violence or any kind of himsa through thoughts or words because people do not treat us well. But we should be forgiving even towards people who treat us badly. I'll tell you a very small story on this. There was on Dharamdas. He was a farmer and he had a lush green, field which was producing a lot of very very healthy and rich in nutrient carrots. And his neighbor was Karamdas. And unfortunately, because he did not know the technique or something, his field did not bear any fruits or vegetables. So he was always jealous of Dharamdas. So what he did one night, he thought, okay, Dharamdas carrots are so fresh. Okay, so let me go, steal few carrots and then use them. He did that overnight. But Dharamdas observed this. He got to know. But on a normal scenario, what will somebody do? Oh, this person stole from me. Let me go scold him. Let me fight with him. So that is what usually people do. But what did Dharamdas do? Being having the name Dharam in itself. So what did he do? He next day morning he plucked some fresh carrots from his field. Okay, put it in a bag, and he went to visit Karamdas, his neighbor. He went to Karamdas and told, "Here you go. I think you wanted some fresh carrots. So here you go. You can eat this, and you can also use the rest to sow in your field and get all fresh, healthy carrots." So Karamdas was taken aback by this. He thought, I stole from his field, but now he felt very small and he felt very bad because he stole from his field, whereas Dharamdas was in return doing good. All right. So this is what we should learn. So we should be able to forgive and also do good to the person who tries to harm us. Okay, that is what we need to follow. it is easy to forgive and tolerate people around us, people who we love or we know. But what do we do about people we don't know, right? People who are very different from us, from different place, and if what about them? So that is where tolerance comes in place. Okay, forgiving or tolerance to accept the ideas and accept differences in people is extremely important. So that's why it is a very key. Tolerance is a very key value of our Sanatana Dharma. So what do? We actually consider the entire world as our extended family. And what do we call that? A caption given to that is, in our Sanatana Dharma, is Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Right? So when you start considering everyone around you, your own family, you will naturally tend to share that love and be forgiving of all their mistakes, and we can live together and peacefully in this world. Okay, that was the second value. I will take a couple of minutes. I want to share homework for you, because we did so many values in the past few weeks, right? So something which will help you on a daily basis to do a retrospection. uh, Let me know once my screen is visible. Can you see my screen?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So I want you all to prepare this chart and maintain it with you. It is up to you, totally up to you. This is a personal thing. You can keep it with you. You can share it with your parents. Okay. And, follow this. This is a very good practice. And this is something, if you follow it on a day-to-day basis, and this will help you, do a retrospection of how your day was today and how can you make it better for tomorrow. Okay, so it has 4 sections. This is called my daily retrospective chart. So first is, what made you happy today? So list 1 or 2 things, key things that made you happy today, so that you can think of that, and again try to continue that the next day as well. And what made me sad today? And it is also important to always understand what made us unhappy, so that we do not repeat those mistakes, or make sure that those circumstances or situations do not occur again. Then, a good deed that I did today. We spoke about charity and empathy in the last few weeks, right? So how are you practicing it on a day-to-day basis? You need not do some great thing, right? But very small act of kindness, okay, at your level. If you record it, when you go through it in the night, right, or the next day morning, when you read through all these things, you will feel really good about it. And the last is a bad deed which I regret doing today and promise myself not to repeat it. You might think, because I know what I did wrong, why should I write it down? But when you write it down and you read it, it will get reaffirmed, right? These are all like help you with your positive affirmations every night. Tell yourself, okay, these are the good things I did, these are the bad things I did. I will continue doing the good, and I'll stop doing the bad. This will make you better people, better children, and better adults when you grow up. Okay, so please make sure to do this. Okay, and I will be happy if you can share it with us. Otherwise also you can maintain it at your end, because it's a daily task that you need to do, and share with your parents. Okay, so that's it from us for today, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, Soumya ma'am and Sudha ma'am. And children, very nice. Your presentations were very good. Hasini and Vishruta. Beautiful stories told by both of you. And now I will also tell a story. And today, yes, I think this also is a part of Sanatana Dharma. Kindness, isn't it, Sudha ma'am? Kindness also. So today my story is linked to kindness. So we will see a small story where why we should be kind. I mean, this story tells us about a small act of kindness which comes back manyfold in much bigger manner to a person's life. Okay, so this, I'll just share the screen. 1 second. Okay, so here this story talks about a young brother and sister who are going to a movie. They're going to watch a movie. The name of the sister is Tia. She's the elder sister, and the brother's name is Tofu. I'm switching off my camera. There's some problem. Okay, Tia and Tofu, they go to the cinema, the hall, to watch a movie. And they go up to the ticket counter, buy the tickets, buy the popcorn and everything. And then as they're just going to go into their hall to watch the movie, a young boy comes up to Tia and says, I have lost my phone and I don't know where my parents are. It's a huge theater. I don't know where they are. I cannot reach my parents. So Tia immediately says, oh, don't worry, we'll help you. We'll take you to the theater manager and he will make an announcement and we can find your parents. Thus saying, she holds a young boy's hand and they walk towards the theater manager's room. That time, Tofu gets very irritated. He says, what is this? Movie is going to start, Tia, and we are going to miss the start of the movie. And you are going to help this boy. So Tia just looks at him and smiles and says, you never know how important a glass of milk might be, Tofu. So Tofu says, milk? What are you talking about? Glass of milk? What is this? She said, yes, there's a story about a glass of milk, which I'm going to tell you. Now, I'll tell you about the story about a boy and a glass of milk. So thus, Tia starts telling him the story. So once upon a time, there was a young boy who was very poor and he used to work for his living. He used to earn every day, and what he used to earn used to be going into for his food and his education. One day, it so happened, as he was doing his jobs, one day he did not have money. He goes home and see, oh, today I did not have any jobs, nothing to eat, nothing to drink at home. What should I do? So he thinks, okay, let me drink a glass of water. But he finds even water is not there. So he says, okay, I'll go out to the neighboring houses and ask somebody for a glass of water. And I will drink at least a glass of water and go to sleep. So he goes to a house and he knocks the door. A young girl opens the door and he says, I'm very thirsty. Can you give me a glass of water, please? The girl says, sure. She goes inside. But seeing the boy's condition, this girl had understood that he is very hungry and a glass of water will not be enough. So she takes a glass of milk. She pours a nice, big, tall glass of milk. He asks for water, but she gives him milk. And he's surprised. He says, but I don't have money. I cannot pay you for this glass of milk. And she says, don't worry about it. I don't need money for the milk. Okay. So the boy drank the milk and his stomach got full, a little bit full, and he could go back and go to sleep. Now we fast forward for many, many years later. Many years went by. The girl, now a young lady, had fallen sick. She had fallen very ill. And the doctor said that the test revealed that it was a sickness, a rare kind of sickness for which she had to rest and be in the hospital for many, many months under the care of doctors and nurses. So she's there, she's staying in the hospital, and she asks who the doctor is. A doctor comes, and if we find out the doctor's name is Dr. Philip. Dr. Philip comes, and he was assigned to her case, and he would come and look after her very well. 6 months, this lady was in the hospital. Dr. Philip took great care of her. He would visit her every day. He would, look after her health, and day by day, she became better. 6 months later, we saw that she was, after all this treatment, she was so much better. Once she became better, she was healthy, but she was worried. I was there in the hospital for 6 months, and the bills would be a very huge amount, and I don't have that amount of money. She called the nurse and she tells her this. I'm so worried. How will I pay my bills? I know you need me to pay the bills, but I don't know what to do for the money. The nurse laughs and tells her, don't worry, your bill has already been paid. And she was shocked. How? Who paid my bill? The nurse shows her the bill and says the entire water money was paid with a sentence below, paid in full years ago with a glass of milk. Dr. Philip. Who was Dr. Philip? Who was Dr. Philip, children? Unmute.
The poor boy who had asked for milk.
Yeah, the young boy would ask for water, but she had given him milk. So this small one act of kindness which she enacted came back in such a manifold back to her. Okay, so this she realizes, oh, that young boy who came. So Tia tells to Tofu, you never know how one good deed can turn into another good one, Tofu. When we go do good things, it doesn't mean that if we do a kindness to somebody, the same person will come back and do something kind to us. It may not be possible. It may not be possible. Anybody may come back and do. But when we do a kind act, this act, the other person to whom you have done this kind act, he also gets motivated to perform another kind act. And that is how the world goes around. One kind act after another. If we all stop doing kind acts, saying, if I help A, will A help me back? No, that is not the way the world goes on. So that is why when we do one good deed, maybe not to you, the person may go and help someone else also. In this story, it so happened the same lady got the help back. But it may happen to someone else. But the act of kindness remains in humanity, which is very, very important. So this is a story how a small glass of milk given one day to a hungry boy later turned out to a much greater act of kindness. Okay, so a quiz. So we should never hesitate from helping others, never thinking of what we're going to get in return. Okay, we just unselfishly do the small acts of kindness which we are capable of, depending on our age, depending on what we have, what is our status or condition, whatever we can do, we should be doing those small acts of kindness. Now we go on to the quiz time. Give a title to the story. The title of the story is Glass of Milk, but can you people give any other title to the story? Unmute yourselves.
Mom, and the gift of kindness.
Gift of kindness. So nice. Very nice. Any other name? Any other title can we give to the story? Unmute yourselves. Anybody who wants to answer? Yes. Yes, Vaishnavi.
Ma'am, the act of kindness.
The act of kindness. Yeah. A small kind act, the act of kindness. Anything else? One good turn deserves another. A good act converts into another good act. Okay, right. Next question. Why did Dr. Philip look after the lady and pay her bills?
Dr. Philip looked after the lady and paid her bills because she was the reason that Philip did not be hungry for that night.
When he was a young boy. Very good. So he remembered her small act of kindness. Yes. Have you done any act of kindness recently? Any one of you? Any may not be a very big thing, just like this, a small one glass of milk offered to a stranger, like that. Any act of kindness?
Like my friend, he forgot his pouch at home. Just gave him a pen and a pencil.
Yes, that's nice. You helped your friend, correct? It could be to an animal, it could be to a plant, it could be to the environment. Some help you have done?
Amma, actually in my balcony,
Yes.
the bird fell down. For that we gave a glass of water and some bread.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay. What did Tofu learn from his sister Tia's story? Rakshita.
Can I tell?
Rakshita has raised a hand. Yes, Rakshita. Unmute yourself.
Always be kindness.
Always be kind. Very good. And anybody else?
Amma, can I tell?
Yes.
Never hesitate from helping others.
Very good. Never hesitate. When you get a chance to help, do help. Yes, very good. Anyone else?
Amma, I learned two morals from the story that we should always be kind to others and we should not expect anything in return from others.
Very good. Excellent. Yes. Doing the act of kindness, but not expecting anything in return. That's excellent value learned by you. Rakshita, you joined late. Are you ready with your shlokas? You had to recite 10, 11, and 12. Can you unmute yourself? Are you ready, Rakshita?
Ma'am, no, ma'am, I was outside, ma'am.
Okay, fine, fine. Okay. So next time. Okay. So as we are going, many of the story time and the values learned, everything is, merging into one. So we saw the Sanatana Dharma values, what we saw, and the storytelling values, what we are seeing also are very much similar. They are very much, merging with each other. Why? Because these are the values all of us need to have, isn't it? Yeah. So with this, we stop today's session. And Lakshmi ma'am, I request you to say the closing prayers.
And ma'am, can I say a title to this?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Like the kindness reaction.
Oh, very nice. The kindness reaction. So the
Like in a chemical reaction, when two chemicals combine, they combine with others. So this also, when kindness comes, like when I give kindness to someone, they'll give it to someone else.
Very good. Such an excellent way of putting it across. Very nice, Sai. So reactants plus reactant gives us a product. Kindness plus some person will give us a product of kindness. Very nice. So what did you say? A kindness reaction. Nice. Good. Good title. Yes.
Just 1 minute, Emma. I want to tell about next week presentation.
Yes.
Next week, who is ready? Please volunteer. Not Vishruta and Hasini. Anybody else? At least 2 people. The topic will be respect to elders. Next week presentation. And one of you will talk about Lord Rama, how he respected his father, how he tried to keep the promise the father had given, that one, and any other story. Who is ready? Please volunteer. Sai, will you do? You wanted to say something. Next week, will you do? Respect to elders.
Mom, can I say how did Rama respect his parents?
Yeah, that's what I want. You will tell that next week. Okay, 2 minutes time and one more person. Vaishnavi, can you say? Not Rama story, something else. Okay, so next week presentation will be by Sai and Vaishnavi. Prepare. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Yes. Lakshmi ma'am, we can have
yeah. Actually, we have 2 more minutes, I think, 58, yes. No? 58. Yes, so 2 minutes, just a small Rama Bhajan. We are going to have Ramanavami on Thursday. Okay? Yes. So just listen, 2 lines, just 4 lines, that's all. Okay, and then we will close down. Ramachandra Raghuveera, Ramachandra Ranadheera, Ramachandra Raghuveera, Ramachandra Ranadheera, Ramachandra Raghunatha, Ramachandra Jagannatha, Ramachandra Raghunatha, Ramachandra Jagannatha, Ramachandra Raghurama, Ramachandra Paradama, Ramachandra Raghurama, Ramachandra Paradama, Ramachandra Mama Bando, Ramachandra Daya Sindho, Ramachandra Mama Bando, Ramachandra Daya Sindho, Ramachandra Raghuveera, Ramachandra Ranadheera. Thank you, children. Wish you all a happy Ramnavami. Enjoy yourself. Try to learn some bhajans or say Ramanama for so many times. That will help you in all your ways of life. Okay? So we will close down now. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Thank you. Thank you all. And hope your exams go off well. Yes, and happy Ram Navami to all. Thank you.